Howdy, my name's Andrew, but you can call me anytime. Now before we get into this video, I've checked my list, I've checked it twice, and only 17% of people who watch my videos are subscribed. If you enjoy the content, please drop a subscription. Let's try and get to 20% by Christmas. And remember, every time you subscribe to my channel, Trader Joe's donates $100,000 to charity. Don't fact check that. As you can see, it's just about holiday season, so to further divulge myself, I put on my Santa suit. I got a nice glass of eggnog. It's disgusting. And I watched Holidate starring Emma Roberts and Luke Bracey, directed by John Whitesell. I'm not a big film buff, so I'd never heard of the director, but I looked up his IMDb page, and this is the first thing I saw. So that's promising. Now, this movie was catastrophically bad, and also wonderful. I'm not a big fan of watching bad movies for fun or watching cheesy Hallmark films, but this movie was like the pinnacle of all others. I have never seen a film so densely packed with cliches and tropes. I mean, it is a sight to behold. The basic premise is that Emma Roberts' character Sloane, which is a stupid name. If your name's Sloane, get out of my channel. Now. Alright, now that all the Sloanes are gone, Emma Roberts' character is sick of being pestered around the holidays for never having a date, so she goes out on the look for a holidate, and she finds Luke Bracey. He's tall, he's Australian, he's a professional golfer. It seems like a pretty good find. Will they fall in love? Will they hook up? I mean, yeah. The movie starts, and it can't wait past the opening credits to show you how edgy and different Sloane is.
Fucking holidays.
Here comes a big surprise. The edgy girl's mom is super traditional. And hold on, they have a crazy aunt.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, this is what you wear to Christmas dinner? Don't you even own a dress? Well, your Aunt Susan brought the mall Santa home, and your nephew just pooped in the manger.
I originally had an idea to watch this movie with a friend live and take a shot for every classic rom-com trope we could spot. But after seeing 3 in the first 30 seconds, I decided for the sake of my family and friends, I would not do that.
The holidays can be stressful, but no man wants to marry a smoker.
What is this, the 50s? Sloane talks to crazy Aunt Susan, who explains that her date, the mall Santa, is a holidate. No commitment partner, just for the holidays. I can't imagine that concept will pop up again in this movie.
He's just my holidate.
A holidate?
You know, a date solely for the holiday. No commitment.
Then we cut to Jackson, who is having his own little holiday nightmare. He's on his 3rd date with a girl. They're spending Christmas at her house, and it is so uncomfortable. Jackson spends most of the scene practicing his Krasinski, whilst the parents spend most of the scene making me crawl in my goddamn skin.
She peed right through to Santa's leg.
Carly's father and I are perfectly comfortable with you two sleeping together in here.
At this point, Jackson's really in deep. She got him a present, and he didn't get one for her. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I really didn't think we were doing the whole present thing.
Why would you think that?
Why'd she even close her eyes to receive a present? It's a present, they're wrapped. Finally, Jackson does something that I didn't have the courage to do whilst watching this movie, and he storms out. And you wanna know why?
Because chicks go mental on the holidays.
We then cut back to Sloane's house where her little brother is proposing to his girlfriend.
Elizabeth Kimberly Chen.
Fuck no.
I know it's only been 3 months and 6 heavenly days. Will you make me the happiest man in the world and marry me?
Oh my gosh. Yes! Yes, I'll marry you!
2 down, 1 to go.
2 down, 1 to go? That's her first thought? That is her initial reaction. That is insane. She should be institutionalized. We skip ahead a bit to where Jackson is trying to return the present his date got him, and someone else happens to be there. Maybe it's time for a little meaningful connection?
Good stuff. Have you tried her authentic skinny jeans?
Excuse me. Crocodile Dundee. Some of us have jobs.
Oh, never mind, she's an asshole. This scene comes with a great representation of just how awkward the dialogue is.
Didn't come with a receipt. Just the assumption that I would be alone forever and apparently gorge myself into the size of a lumberjack.
Nailed it.
You know what? My Christmas already sucked, so you can go nail it somewhere else.
By the way, why do all the salespeople have headsets on? Is that just like a thing I'm not aware of? Or are they all simultaneously telemarketing? Because, honestly, That sounds pretty efficient. In spite of that weird interaction, they actually hit it off a little bit, and they start chatting and walking through the mall, and they run into that mall Santa that Aunt Susan had brought to the party, which leads Sloane to explaining to Jackson what a holidate is. They talk more about how being single on the holidays is the worst fate they could possibly imagine, when suddenly Jackson has an inspired idea, and he says, "Oi, Sloane, mate, get over here. What if we were each other's holidates, mate? Yeah. Yeah."
Human beings aren't meant to be alone on the holidays. We actually need, warmth, companionship, and someone to drunk mock strangers with at parties.
I do enjoy drunk mocking strangers at parties.
Well, then this is perfect. We can be each other's holiday for New Year's Eve.
She's evasive at first, especially when he says,
No expectations. I mean, I don't even think I find you that attractive.
Wow, calm down with the flattery.
Not that you're not attractive. It's just that maybe you're not that attractive to me.
Goodbye.
but somehow in spite of that, he manages to pull it back like his name is Manchester City 2011. And she joins him at a New Year's party. So they're at the party, they're drinking, they're having a good time, and then there comes this dialogue, this scene that I just don't understand what they were trying to do with it. I don't get it. So I'm gonna play it for you so you could formulate your own opinions. I'll tell you what I think after, but maybe leave a little comment, tell me what you think is happening, because holy shit, I don't get it.
Well, it's the only word I know that accurately describes every romantic comedy in history. There's always some fake reason the stars can't be together when you know they're gonna be together from the poster. It's like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm so heartbroken. Even though you're perfect for me, I'm taking a break from dating.
Now, in my opinion, there's only two real ways you can interpret this. The first is that the movie is being meta and self-aware, but if that's the case and you know it's a shitty movie, why make it? The second is that it's unbelievably unaware, and it's saying it's not like these other movies, but it is. So if anyone understands what they were trying to do there, please comment, and if I like your comment, I will personally email Emma Roberts and she'll Venmo you $5. They continue partying, they're having a really good time. She puts out a fire with alcohol, which is both the sexiest and most dangerous way to put out a fire, when suddenly the music stops. I've got another couple of observations about this one. First of all, that spotlight did not move. It was already pointing directly at her. So this was incredibly well planned. Second of all, the entire fucking New Year's party just stops what it's doing. They're like, hey, everyone stop the fucking party. Hey guys, these two strangers over here are gonna do the little lift from Dirty Dancing, you know? Come on, everyone, let's look. By the way, they put no effort into making that wardrobe malfunction look believable. Like, her shoulder straps were just like, oh, nah, mate, we've actually got a gig to cash. The New Year comes and goes, and Sloane gets no kiss because Jackson went for a piss. Our two main characters clearly have feelings for each other at this point, but everyone refuses to say it, which is just 90% of this movie and genre, I guess. Which leads us to our educational portion of the video. Relationship advice with Sweet Andy. I would hope most of you know this by now, but if you're a little shy or maybe inexperienced, or maybe you're young, maybe you're like 14. If you're 14, get the fuck off my channel. Go hang out with people named Sloane. Anyway, all it takes to have a healthy relationship is communication. Relationship advice with Sweet Andy. We'll skip ahead to Valentine's Day, where Sloane is once again dateless. It seems she's lost contact with Jackson, and I'm gonna play the scene. Tell me once again if there's anything you don't like about it, because I had a little complaint myself.
I'm happy being single. I get to do what I want, when I want, and I don't have to deal with the stress of shaving and plucking and waxing.
Ugh, best thing about marriage, no more waxing.
Okay, but what about the wedding?
Can you guys tell what I didn't like about that scene? Can you tell yet? After that nauseating scene, Sloane heads to a candy store where, uh-oh, she runs into her ex Luke and his hot new girlfriend Felicity. They're talking, which is kind of a nightmare for her, when luckily the Australian of Christmas past walks by, and through the store window he just happens to understand all the intricacies of the situation.
Sloane?
Luke?
What is...
Baby, taste this. How amazing.
Yeah.
My tongue is having a major orgasm right now. Do these come in any other...
Sloane's little boy toy at the moment, you know? I'm just trying to nail her down long term.
After that, Sloane's really freaked out that her ex has a new girlfriend, so Jackson's kind of talking her through it when suddenly things get a little spicy.
You know, normally the younger and the hotter the girl, the less chance of commitment. So, in a way, it's actually a compliment. If I wasn't such a pussy, you'd be stuck in a candy store talking to your ex-boyfriend and his smoking hot new girlfriend. So, you're welcome, by the way.
Right. Thank you. I owe you.
I'll take my hand job in the parking lot, thank you.
Oh, a hand job. What are you, like 12?
Oh my God, so good.
Is that enough or do you want more?
No more.
Stop
More.
moving.
That's so good.
I'm almost done.
Oh my God, you are not kidding.
Hold on.
Shit, it's all over.
Now look, I love a misdirect. You set up the audience for one thing, and then you give them another. But you can't just make nonsensical sort of misdirects. They've got to make sense. And in that scene, how does it make any sense? What are you gonna tell me she was doing? Was she rearranging the chocolates for some reason, or just, you know... These are comedic crutches. Did that work as intended? Not really. Is that sign legible? Also probably not. Am I gonna keep that bit in the video anyway? Yeah. They continue chatting. They decide to officially be each other's holidates. The movie gets a little boring as they're just enjoying holidays together. They do St. Patrick's Day, Easter. Finally we get to Day of the Dead. By the way, before that, Sloane's mom wants to set her up with a doctor. That's all. That'll come in later. Once again, they're partying. This time they both get wasted off of shots, and they start talking about Sloane's sort of lack of a sex life, and this is when the tension really starts building.
Seriously, I am fantastic in bed.
That right.
Some people are just naturally gifted. And I happen to be one of those people.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we won't.
What's my favorite part of the scene? It's a great question. I love how everyone in the background is chanting shot while standing around and dancing, and the protagonists are the only two who are taking a shot. Everyone else just loves a good old-fashioned chant. Shot, shot, shot. Fucking disgusting. They wake up the next morning and neither can remember if they had sex or not. Yikes. Although there is a hint.
You're wearing my underwear.
Which is awfully strange given they fit her perfectly. The movie continues, we go on to Mother's Day, which is a whole scene set up for like 3 decent lines of banter. But then we get to the 4th of July where shit really starts kicking off. They go up to like this cabin or lake house sort of thing, and all the boys are playing with fireworks, you know, guy stuff, when suddenly...
Hey, do we have a first aid kit by chance?
Maybe Band-Aids, why?
Jackson, he just blew off his finger.
Sloane has to drive Jackson to the hospital because she's the only sober one, which is more than a little worrisome because apparently she's never even seen a car before, it seems.
Your sister's space, mate.
There's a lighter in my purse.
I don't do drugs.
Can you call yourself a professional athlete?
Watch out! Slow down! Run, 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 run! Submarine! Guys, seriously! Car!
Anyway, they get to the hospital and we're treated to this absolute peach of a scene.
Dr. Lambert to the OR stat.
Oh my God.
You know what? This hospital seems pretty chill. But honestly, there wasn't one doctor or nurse who was like, guys, they're smoking weed in there behind that curtain. I could tell because it's a curtain. Are we just gonna pretend this isn't happening? The doctor they're seeing happens to be the same doctor from earlier, Farouk, who I suspect might be a terrible doctor.
Farouk?
Sloane, are you hurt? Are you okay?
Hey.
Hey.
No, I'm fine. I didn't know you worked all the way out here.
I don't normally. They call me in to reattach a pinky toe.
That's so amazing.
It's a crucial phalange.
Alright, first of all, he comes in reading the chart, but then asks Sloane if she's okay. So I don't think he knows how to read that thing. Second of all, and this is a big nitpick, but as an aspiring physical therapist, I feel the obligation to tell you the pinky toe is actually comprised of 3 phalanges, which are probably the most expendable in your whole body. After the hospital, Sloane drops off Jackson at his apartment where they have a little moment. Unfortunately, this movie can't be 50 minutes long, so no one says how they feel. Except me. I'm furious and I goddamn hate eggnog.
You should probably get some rest.
The day after that, they split up and both of them are talking about that moment they had.
I'm telling you, there was a vibe.
Vibes are hot. God, I miss vibes.
Yeah, but now it's weird.
Trying to tell you is that there was a serious shift. I mean, it is not platonic anymore.
Oh, well,
Apparently King Bach or King Batch is in this movie. I don't know. Is Jackson golfing one-handed? Because that's fucking dope.
I'm just confused. You like him. He likes you. These are not real problems.
I could not agree with her more. This may be the most important line in the entire movie because she's right. They're not real problems. Sloane's little brother's wedding is quickly approaching. The both of them are invited, and it happens to land on a Labor Day, so they're kind of wondering, do we go individually? Do we go as a date? Because it's technically a holiday. So Jackson decides to call up Sloane to try and get some clarity, which is like trying to get milk out of a lizard.
So I don't really know the protocol here. You know, it's a wedding,
But also a holiday. Yeah, I had the same thought.
Me too.
So then
we'll bring dates.
Dates?
Well,
Look at the angle at which he's holding his phone. He's really walking through the mall like, yeah, no, what's going on, Sloane? Yeah, no, I'm just watching some Timmy Cahill highlights. But what could I say about it? You know, it's like, we really live in a society. Anyway, big surprise, they're not on the same page, so they decide to go with dates to the wedding. Sloane brings Farouk, and Jackson brings crazy Aunt Susan.
They're probably just friends. She's being friendly, right?
Repulsive, thanks. The wedding is super uncomfortable, and it only gets worse when, after their dates distract each other, Farouk and Aunt Susan start steaming up the dance floor. I'd quickly just like to thank these two extras for really just doing their own thing. Thank you. Also, this next little bit was unironically, truly my favorite part of the movie.
are you okay?
I am now.
That needs to be iced.
Let's skip to Halloween. Once again, they're all having a good time when suddenly Luke shows up again, and again his hot girlfriend Felicity's there, but this time she's preggo. Yikes! This causes Sloane to instantly just have a stroke.
You invited Luke, boyfriend, has impregnated a teenager.
Here, have another antacid.
You alright?
No.
No!
Sloane is really feeling awful, so she takes a bunch of antacids from her sister to try and feel better. That doesn't help at all. So eventually Jackson just has to take her home. But wait a minute. Those antacids weren't antacids.
No.
Oh, shit!
They were laxatives. And needless to say, she does a poop.
come on, you're right.
Just let me go!
Close. Wait.
I can't!
Can it get weirder? It does. She really couldn't have dealt with that on her own. I mean, at least in my experience shitting myself, I usually tend to avoid having my love interest clean me up. But anyway, after that, they go to bed completely platonically, but they wake up feeling a little less platonic.
I hate in movies when people kiss in the morning. I think it's gross.
You know, it's a rare occurrence, but I do agree with her there. Hey! The second after they're finished having sex, they immediately go back to having the communication skills of angry toddlers.
I don't feel obligated to stay.
Obligated?
Halloween's over, right?
Right.
Halloween's over? What the fuck do you mean Halloween's over? You just had sex in the morning. It wasn't Halloween when you did that. It just makes no sense. So hard to root for her. She's so dumb and annoying. Anyway, her sister shows up to complain about a subplot that, frankly, I can't be bothered to tell you about. So Jackson lets himself out, but clearly he's feeling really upset. He feels like he didn't get any, post-coitus cuddles or coffee or any of that romantic stuff. He feels like he's been used.
You guys had sex.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
Oh, I should go. Okay.
No, you should stay. You seem really upset about your dream.
The ending is pretty boring, so I'm gonna keep it brief. Jackson is upset that he didn't get any of those post-banging amenities that I talked about. Sloane is upset because she's the dumbest woman in the world and she can't get out of her own way for 1 second. And it all culminates in this big Thanksgiving fight in the grocery store.
You're not even that attracted to me, right?
Why can't you let that go?
Because when a guy basically opens with the fact that he doesn't find a girl attractive, kind of sets the tone for the rest of the relationship.
I was some random bloke at the mall.
They have this big fallout, which sets us up nicely for our third act chase and apology, so let's just skip right to that.
Jackson! Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Coming through. Jackson!
That is straight up assault.
Jackson, coming through. Oh, excuse me, sir. I have to talk to that guy over there. Excuse me. Jackson!
Wow, their synchronous improv is unreal. Must be a busy day at the hospitals because it looks like once again everyone has caught a viral case of let's all look at the main character syndrome.
I just want to say I fucked up. Sorry, kids.
She apologizes, they kiss, Sloane ends up with Jackson, Susan ends up with Farouk, and I end up with a slightly more pessimistic outlook on life. In conclusion, this movie was awful. And charming. At worst, I would say it was alright, and at best I would say it was alright. I give it a 5.5 out of 11. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, you know the drill by now, all that good stuff. I hope you all have lovely holidays, and tell your mothers I say hello. Later.